Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's a beautiful day. It's 97 degrees out, so we're gonna share some good news. I'm getting the car tuned. I know this has been a long time coming. I've been contemplating this back and forth for what feels like forever now, but in today's video, I'm pretty much gonna talk about should you tune the car, why I personally chose to tune the car, what supporting mods you need, and the entire process of shipping this ECU out to FEMTO. They are located in Finland, so either you're gonna have to mail it out yourself or you can go through a shop. I personally went through a shop. I'll let you guys know why I did that later on. But getting back to the first question, or the first topic, should you tune your car? The answer is yes, if you're able to go through all the headaches that come with it. So as you guys know, the car is only a year old, so I'm under warranty for everything. That includes the maintenance. Oil changes are free. Spark plugs, whenever they're due, are gonna be free. All the fluids, the filters, everything is pretty much free. When you get your car tuned, the ECU is unlocked. So you gotta turn off all your updates, whether it be through your phone or the iDrive itself. And the dealership cannot do any software upgrades. So let's say you take this thing in for servicing, the tech just plugs your car in through the OBD port. He sees that there is a software update available, tries to help you out, and you know what? Updates your car. Your tune is gone, or your unlock is gone, guys. You're gonna have to go through the entire process again. So that is a major concern of mine. It's kind of one of the things that was holding me back. You're gonna have to be good at understanding the intervals in between your oil changes, your spark plugs, and all the maintenance components, and maybe you're gonna have to go elsewhere to get those things done. So that's also inconvenient for some folks, so you might not wanna get your car tuned if you can't deal with all those. So I personally can, so I'm gonna go ahead and tune this car. Number two, why I chose to tune the car. I've pretty much done everything I can in order for any performance gains. For me to get anything else out, I need an unlocked ECU, and I gotta tune this thing. And I also create content for you guys where I do modifications and kind of give you guys a review of my experience doing the mod. And in order for me to give you guys feedback, I gotta unlock this ECU. So simple there. I want more power out of my car. I wanna be able to keep creating things for you guys, kind of give you guys a feedback of it and my experiences of the tune itself. So that's why I personally am choosing to tune the car. The third thing now, there are quite a few supporting mods that you're gonna need before you go ahead and tune this car. I personally am gonna go with MHD, and MHD offers a few different stages of tune. Their stage one is pretty much all stock components and a different filter. On their website, they say this offers 670 horsepower. Their stage two is the one where you're gonna need a catless downpipe or some sort of high flow catted downpipe. For my car, I have the catless downpipes, I have a mid pipe, and then I have the axle back, along with the front mount intakes, which are not a requirement. I just happen to have them. And with stage two, MHD promises to give you on 93 octane, 720 horsepower. There is an ethanol tune that you can do. I'm not gonna go ethanol just yet. I think I'm gonna drive the 93 octane stage 2 tune for a couple of months and then kind of give you guys the feedback on what I'm experiencing, how the power is, and then if needed, we'll go ahead and go ethanol, custom tune, whatever it might be. So yeah, those are kind of the prereqs you need before you go ahead and tune this car. And then the fourth thing, you're gonna need to ship this thing off to Finland, right? This is probably the most challenging piece that I had to come to terms with before I ended up deciding to tune my car. This is stressful, guys. Like, your ECU controls the entire car. It's extremely expensive to replace this thing, brand new, get it recoded at BMW. All that might happen if the ECU is lost. Everybody has good luck with it. I haven't really heard of anyone losing their ECU, but obviously I tend to stress and I kind of always think of the worst that could happen. So for me, I'm like, dude, what if I lose my ECU? So I kept going back and forth on this. FEMTO has a very clear directions on their website that specifically shows you step by step what you need to do to get this thing delivered to them safely. I think it's pretty organized in the way that it lists the pricing, the different options, the different software things you could use like MHD, BM3, and all of that. I just didn't want to deal with all that. You gotta transfer the money with a certain bank. You know, it's pretty simple to route money to somewhere else using your bank, but I chose that I wanted to go through a shop because one, they've done this multiple times. They can track all of that. I don't need to worry about it. I just pay them. They're gonna send the money through their bank. All of that is handled from their end. If anything goes wrong, they'll know how to address it. They'll know how to talk to DHL, or they're just gonna take care of everything. I'm going away for a couple of days to New Jersey for my friend's wedding, so I figured this was the perfect time. If I'm gonna tune the car, let's just get it done. Went into Detail Driven. You guys have probably seen them on my channel a few times now. They installed my front mount intakes. They installed my grill, the scoops on the bottom. They've installed my lip. They did my mid pipe. They also did my axle back, and they installed my Öhlins coilover. So this shop's done a lot for me. I trust them. I trust the work they do. And they offered me a few things that it was too attractive for me to just like not do. Number one, they told me it's gonna take only around 7 days round trip. That's insane, guys. 7 days round trip for the ECU to go to Finland and then come back. It's huge. And number two, they told me that they were gonna store the car inside. So I heard that, and you know, they did work for me in the past, so I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and get this thing done. So I'm about to go drop this car off. Wish me luck. The next part of this video that you guys will see, I will probably, hopefully, have the ECU back, and it'll be about to go right inside. So until then, guys, I'll see you on the second half of this video. What's going on, guys? It's back. Oh man, I was stressing, guys. I was stressing. I don't know how to, I'm at a loss of words. I was so stressed. I don't know why I was so stressed, but I kept checking the tracking, making sure it was fine, but it got back fine. We're here over at Detail Driven. Dude, they sent out 5 cars at the same time, and they stored every single car inside because they will always store your car inside. So let me show you guys the car right now. So this 440 went out. There's my car right there. This guy went out too. Another one here. And then we got a G87 in the back that also went out. All right, guys, so DME's back. Fahad's already got the ECU back in. He's just putting the plugs on. We're gonna put this cover on, and then we'll do a first startup. It's been 8 days total round trip, guys. Car hasn't been started, obviously, so we're gonna put the ECU in. I'm gonna drive probably like 5 or so miles, make sure everything's good. There are no codes or anything, because I want to be able to isolate the tune versus the unlock itself. But the unlock shouldn't change anything but the unlock, so everything should be good. And then pull the car back in, and I'm gonna get this thing tuned, guys. Alright guys, so the car is flashed right now. Man, I can't really show you guys what the difference is. I need to purchase a Draggy, which I promise I am gonna do. But just from feeling the car right now versus before, this thing is fast. The car was already fast from the factory. 523 horsepower stock, 479 torque. This thing was a beast, but right now it's pretty much a cheat code. 60 to 130, unreal. Like the mid-end, this thing flies, guys. So I will get that video up for you guys when I put a Draggy on. I'll find like a very secluded area to even test these things out. But what I'm gonna do right now is quickly go through the process of you going to the FEMTO website, creating an account, selecting what you want to purchase from them, and then I'll also show you guys where to get the MHD license and kind of walk you through the flash itself and the steps that you need to take. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go on to orders.femtoevo.com, and then you're going to have to create a new account there. After doing that, you're just going to go to services. You'll find it says ECU unlock for M vehicles. It just says, you know, regular unlock, ECU M series, 2020 and above. So just, you got to select that. You'll see all the pricing and everything. Make sure at this point you know what you want to get. Do you want to do MHD or do you want to do BM3? I personally chose MHD because that's what my last car was tuned on. I'm familiar with the platform. A lot of tuners, if you want to go custom route, also prefer MHD now. So I chose to go with MHD Plus. Just remember, guys, once you select MHD or BM3, you're locked in there. If you want to change your mind later on, you have to send the ECU back out and they have to do something. So make sure you know what you want to get. If you have a custom tuner that you're using, reach out to them, ask them what their preference is, and then go that route. But I chose MHD Plus. So after doing that, you go through the whole checkout process. I didn't have to deal with any of this in general because I went through the shop, and I recommend you do that if you just don't want the headache yourself. But FEMTO is very good in terms of giving you step by step and also like kind of providing you updates along the way. So they tell you how to ship it out. You or the shop, they ship it out. Once they get there, FEMTO lets you know that, okay, we've received it, you got to send us the money, you transfer the money, they unlock it right away, and then they send the ECU right back out. So super simple process. I'll actually go over the tracking with you guys just so you can get an idea of how long it takes. So my ECU was dropped off to DHL on a Tuesday at 4:16 p.m. So by 11 o'clock that night, DHL had already sent that out. So that was June 10th on a Tuesday. If I'm scrolling through here, I went to Germany next on Wednesday. And then FEMTO in Finland actually received it June 12th, Thursday, which was very quick. They received it at their facility. Where it was delivered to them by 10 a.m. that morning. I guess at that point, they already let my shop know that, hey, we got the ECU, send the money, all that process, everything went through. And then when I look at the tracking for the shipment back out, so they received it Thursday, they unlocked it by Friday at 12 p.m. They had already shipped the ECU back out. But since this was a Friday, I don't think DHL moves on the weekend like that. So my ECU just stayed at their facility in Finland up until Monday. And they actually didn't even ship it out until Monday night. So they shipped it out Monday night, June 16th. And looks like Tuesday, it went through Germany, then Amsterdam, and it actually arrived at the local DHL place for me on Tuesday, June 17th. And then Wednesday at 3:33 p.m. is when I got the shipment delivered. So Tuesday, to Wednesday. We're looking at 8 days round trip. You guys can't really ask for anything faster. I think that's pretty reasonable considering the weekend in between. I think if the shop kind of ships this thing out Monday morning, you might be able to get it by Friday, making it only 5 days. So, I mean, try it out. But that's the whole shipping process. And then once the ECU comes back, you kind of want to test it out and all that stuff. What I did was I got the ECU put back in. I drove the car for like 5 miles just to make sure I didn't have any weird error codes. I also wanted to make sure that my remote start worked, and it did work. Back in the day, I think they used to charge a little extra if your car's factory equipped with remote start, but they don't do that anymore. It's just the same fee. So remote start worked, everything worked. We pulled the car back in, and this is the point where I purchased my license and kind of went through the process. So let me show you guys what you're gonna need to do in order to do that. So in order to get the MHD license, you are going to want to go to mhdtuning.com. Scroll over, check out the products. You'll identify where it says S58, and then you want to buy the MHD Super Tuning license for S58. The time that I bought it, the price was $587. So go ahead and make that purchase. This comes with the whole, you're able to read the codes, monitor everything, just the whole license in itself. You're going to get the stage 1 and 2 along with ethanol. So purchase that. When you're making this purchase, guys, I highly recommend that you create a whole different email account for this specific car, because if you want to sell this car later on, and MHD license is not transferable to another owner, you're going to have to give them the email along with the password. So you don't want to be giving them your personal email. So just create a whole separate email that's going to be only for this car and this license, and then you could just send that over to the next user. But after you make the purchase, you want to go connect the adapter that we've used before. It's the MHD universal adapter. After connecting to the car, you're going to want to activate the license key. You get this key after you make the purchase. The adapter identifies your VIN. Once you have the app open, you just go through the process and then you activate the license key. You're going to get a success. License key activation for super license is successful. And then after this, you want to check the unlock status of the ECU. There's an option. If you scroll, you'll see on the bottom it says check it. When you connect to it, mine said FEMTO unlock with MHD plus V1 detected, so I knew I was good. So after that, you just want to tune. It's very simple. You have a bunch of options. Click the first one where it says flash and then an MHD map. So after clicking that, you get a bunch of options. You get stage 0, that's just MHD remains installed. You got the stock map if you ever want to be stock. Stage 1, stage 2, and then MHD plus multi-map. I'm probably going to use the MHD plus multi-map when I get a custom tune. That also allows you to put different maps in different slots that you could use. But just to make this pretty simple right now, for the first time, if you guys are full bolt-ons like I am, just go to stage 2. That's what I did. I did 93 octane. So after clicking that, you come to this screen that shows map right or options. Select options if you want to change anything. You want to scroll where it says that exhaust setup. Make sure that aftermarket downpipes are selected. What this is going to do is eliminate that check engine light that you guys probably have going for you right now. I hated that thing, guys. So I'm so happy that I got rid of that. But the exhaust burbles, you could go a couple of different options if you want. You got OEM style, soft, medium, hard. I know a bunch of you guys like some aggressive burbles, but I just like to keep it OEM, so I'm gonna select that. And then I'm not going anything crazy. I drive the car in sport at all times, so my duration is gonna stay at that 0.5 seconds. And then the minimum and maximum RPMs will be 1200 and 5000. So once those are selected, I didn't change anything else. I just went back and then I hit the map right. If you guys watch my XHP video, you do know that I follow directions and I just keep the trickle charger on. So I did that with this as well. I was very surprised. The XHP thing took me like 6.5 minutes. My MHD flash, it literally took around 30 seconds, which is extremely fast, guys. So I flashed the car, I was done. I know a lot of people, you think they think they could just flash the car, drive the car, and you're good, but no, you really need to pay attention to what you've done to the vehicle and check if things are working or operating properly. So I drove the car, I kept reading the codes. For some reason, once I got home, I didn't even drive too aggressively. I saw that I had some engine knocking on cylinder 3, and then I had another code for knock detected on all cylinders. I was kind of tweaked out, like what the heck's going on. So I do know that MHD was having some issues in terms of this code popping up. Their version 5.03 was supposed to alleviate all of that. I don't know why I got the code, so I just took my car. I went and got new spark plugs done. I went with the OEM BMW ones, and they were gapped at 0.022. I also got an oil change, and then my gas tank at that point was probably a quarter full, and it was from like 12 days ago or whatnot. So I filled up my gas tank with 93 octane again, and ever since I've driven like 200 plus miles on the car, and there's been no code. So I think we're good to go. The tune's amazing. The car feels great, guys. If you're on the fence about doing this, yes, it does make a very big difference in terms of performance gains. So I would recommend it. I'm still testing it out. I need some more seat time. Like I said, I'm going to get a Draggy, and I will show you guys the performance gains. So I'm looking forward to that video. I hope this video was helpful for you. Just kind of get an idea of what it really means to get this car tuned and give you a glimpse of the entire process. Everything will be fine. So many people get this done. If you're stressed out like I was, don't worry about it. You're going to be good. If you're on the fence, go for it. Get it done. And then let me know what you guys think in the comments. If the video was helpful, did you tune your car? Message me on Instagram like you guys have been doing. If you guys have any questions, or if you get stuck in any part of the process, message me there. I'll always respond like I do. Drop me a comment. I'll answer there as well. And then let me know what you guys want to see on the next video. Do you want me to get the Draggy and show you guys the difference in performance? But until then, guys, see you guys on the next one.